nothing. No, we were just a day. The flight was cancelled.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
what are you going to do now for Christmas then?
Well, I'm going to go to some of the exhibitions and the galleries.
Okay.
London is brilliant. Go to the art galleries, go to the National Gallery, whatever.
You were right to wear your chaos hat, I think.
I actually put it on for the very reason.
But it'll give you, now that you're staying home, it'll give you lots of time to wrap presents in your own designer wrapping paper, which is this how it works then? It comes in the sun today. Tell us more about it then.
This is in the sun, and it's Prince Charming, and these are some graphics from the last fashion show I did, and everybody in the fashion show was supposed to look like somebody out of a fairy tale, and the message is climate change is not a fairy tale, and so on the back of it it's got stuff like act fast, slow down, stop climate change, that's a present to myself, whatever. But anyway, it's a way of talking about climate change without, hitting people with it, to be attractive and do something like that. And I'm really glad for the opportunity to be able to do this. Every opportunity I get to talk about climate change, I take it. So I was asked to do this wrapping paper about climate change, and that's what I did.
What convinced you to campaign against the change in climate?
The thing was, about 3 years, I always knew, like everybody else, that it's a serious problem. And I was so upset always about the rainforest, the fact that we're just cutting it down, it's like cutting our lungs, and I was terribly upset about this all the time. Always watching the figures, realising that it was even on the increase. It's kind of stable now, but nevertheless they're chopping it down at an incredible rate still. And it's just like a death warrant for us. But then I read this interview by James Lovelock, the amazing genius. I think he's as clever as Darwin. His theory about the world, it's amazing. Anyway, his prediction is that even though we know that by the middle of the century there's going to be 9.5 billion people, his prediction is at the end there'll only be 1 billion people left. Now when I heard that, I just, like I was traumatised to think of what's going to happen, the kind of suffering that we get today, but on a massive scale.
Because he said there'll be so many differences in climate and floods and heat waves.
Yeah, there'll be less land, and the land is just going to get hot,
You also quite rather concerned possibly about sort of how much we consume in terms of stuff we get at Christmas, and you're more of a make, do and mend person, is that right?
I think we should consume less. As a fashion designer, I only had one message, which sounds a bit pathetic, but I'm really sincere about it. Well, I mean, I think it's true, that you should spend less, but choose well what you buy. Stop just keep buying and buying, that all goes in the washing machine, know. Choose well. In fact, stop buying anything for 6 months. The most important thing we've got to realise is that we have to start to consume less.
The trouble is we're told, so much of the economy depends on particularly Christmas time, and and people's jobs depend on us buying stuff as well, and you're caught in this cycle.
Yes, but people really are going to have to change their life. Now then people think, who is she? This fashion designer, she can wear whatever clothes she wants and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is that governments, the most important thing that governments could do regarding climate change is to admit that the financial problem is the copy of climate crisis. That's why we've got the financial crisis, because we've exploited the earth. Oil peak now, it can't, it's going to go less and less all the time. Prices have to go up. They should stop talking about growth, because it's not true. Growth is not possible.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Stop buying anything for 6 months.
I thought you designed this just for me. Is that my slogan? Show me that.
I would really like people to go to the galleries. It stops you consuming.
Spend time looking at art.
Don't watch TV, go to the art
buying
gallery.
things.
Don't watch TV.
No, now we're going to have to say goodbye.
Vivienne, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vivienne Westwood,
for the opportunity.
Not at all. Now, there is more snow on the way, I'm afraid, and Carol can tell us all about it.
There certainly is. Good morning. The Met Office warning this morning of widespread ice, but as Bill said, also also snow. We've added this to our warning in the last half an hour, and that is for Pembrokeshire this morning, but further snowfall to come. You can see where we've had some snow, and the bulk of what you can see in the radar is snow during the course of the night and the early morning. And this morning too, we're looking at a cold start to the day across the northern half of the country. Snow showers across northern Scotland and northern Ireland, but we could catch them almost anywhere coming out of this cloud across England and also Wales. Line of showers in the Irish Sea currently pushing in across parts of Wales. So this afternoon by 3 o'clock, still the snow showers across the north of Northern Ireland, the rest of Northern Ireland cold. Then we've got